What's up, Andrea?
Hey, welcome to episode 2 of Episodic.
Exciting.
Meta, huh?
Yeah, the
Episodes
first
about manic episodes, about depressive episodes.
episodes upon episodes upon episodes.
Let's go into slam poetry. I bring the problematic edge to the podcast.
Which is interesting because, we think I would be problematic.
I know. Guess what? I'm defying
Social norms.
expectations of gender.
Yeah,
girls,
all that stuff.
Girls can be pigs too.
Girls can be pigs, too.
Yes.
What about just isolating that audio from me
Yeah.
right there?
Yes.
We just clip that out.
Over and over.
Girls can be pigs, too, Andrea.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to come after me for my white man stuff again? That's a little tired. It's a little tired.
It's a little pre-pandemic.
Pig. It is a different time.
It was a different time. And we all got screwed over by the pandemic.
Yeah. Everyone lost their minds.
Oh, that was the last time I had an episode was during the pandemic.
That's great. I mean, I think let's say the general public had an episode during the pandemic.
Yeah, I don't think I stood a chance.
No, none of us did. None of us
It was
did.
so rough.
I do remember actually one of our friends, he was at a grocery store. It was kind of like the blind leading the blind with all of us. It was like, this person's going to rehab. This one's going to the bug house. This one, and he was like on my short list, but I was like, I'm tapped out. And he was buying like upwards of 20 Monster Energy drinks, I want to say. And it was like that grocery store on Jefferson, Hana, I think.
Sure.
And it's all glass, so you can see people inside. And he just like looks at me and does the like I'm crazy sign, and I was like, oh, that's all right. Well,
He actually did the spinning
full
wheel.
on big direct eye contact spinning wheel. It was like a thread of like I'm next.
Like the Joker.
100%.
Like spinning his hand and carrying, holding Monster Energy drinks.
So many Monster Energy drinks.
Oh, those things are like
He was
cocaine. Those are like crack.
drinking them directly when he woke up. First thing in the body, absolute brainwashing chemicals.
Yeah.
I also think the phone-induced psychosis probably started then and is still really alive and well today.
Yeah, like doom scrolling leading to
Yeah.
real
And like
mental health
religious
issues.
psychosis from the phone too.
Really?
Like I think it's like old people I think are getting like I was talking to a friend and his mom got admitted, and which was a good thing. She'd been like just running wild and free for a while, and he was really worried. And the doctor was like, if I had a choice, this woman would not be allowed to have a phone in her hand for the rest of her life.
Whoa, she
Yeah.
got some sort of religious experience addiction from the
Yeah.
phone.
Like-
Can you imagine that? You spin out because you're on Facebook too much?
Yeah, dude, Facebook should be
Yeah.
the mental health ramifications of Facebook.
People getting addicted to Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, now you're talking about me, but like, no, they like think they're talking to angels and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, you used to scam
Oh.
old people.
Oh man, I have to tell this story?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so for about 3 months, I really needed the job. I had a scam adjacent job, I would say.
Yeah, they got goods and services that they paid for.
Yeah.
You didn't take their money for nothing.
And also, let me just say up top that the things I wrote for this story, for this job, the stories were so crazy. I don't think anybody bought any of the stuff. But let me just explain, which
Maybe.
makes me feel better.
Sure.
So
Whatever you got to do to sleep at night, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
No ethical consumption under capitalism or whatever.
It's hard in this system
Yeah.
to have an ethical job sometimes.
It's hard in the system to have
And
ethical
the
anything.
ethical jobs don't pay shit.
Have you seen social workers? They're going to kill themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
social
bad.
workers need their own social workers. It's an issue.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I had a job where I worked for a company that would sell jewelry, trinkets, and stuff to old people via email blast by convincing them that the jewelry was magical. Which sounds bad.
Right. Because it is bad.
Because it is bad.
Yeah.
But what I like to say is sometimes the storylines could be creative.
Sure.
For example, here's one. I wrote a story one time where I was like, little known fact, during the holiday season, angels get each other gifts too. And they even get a gift for God
Oh.
that they work on all year long, but get really insecure about giving to him.
I mean, to be fair, it's God.
It's God. I mean,
the man, woman, non-binary entity that has everything.
exactly. What do you get for the guy who's got who created everything? Not even has everything, created everything.
I know. It's a tough buy.
And plus, it's important that God loves his gift, because if he does, he'll rain his blessings upon the heavens and the earth. So it's crucial that these old people purchase
What if it's true?
that they need this,
Yes,
that they need it to keep the world stable.
Like, what if this company going out of business leads to the final demise? Like, they're the reason we're actually holding on for dear life. Is that old people are buying turquoise jewelry?
Well, I don't know. That's a tough situation.
Yeah,
man. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like to say it's important that these old people purchase the angelic gift to God pendant for 4 easy payments of $24.95 and pray with it in order to help make sure that God loves his gift.
Boomers have money.
Hey, you know what? Okay.
They're not transferring their wealth to us. This is
No, they're
actually a
not.
trickle-down economics, what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Emphasis on the trick.
there's only this focus on the trick. So you can look at it as like, you know what? These folks already believe in the world of angels. They want a nice thing.
They're cooked.
They want a little thing, a little trinket. So I'm going to write them a nice story about it.
So you write the story as a sales pitch. They get an email blast that's like, you got to buy God a gift for Christmas.
And if you want, in exchange, you'll get joy and happiness and
Right.
wealth and
Right.
love.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Totally,
Yeah.
dude.
I wrote such ridiculous storylines for this thing.
Yeah, that's what I would have been doing.
Like one of them I wrote that. So there's okay. We're going to go into this a little bit. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No, we're gonna breeze past
Oh my
your
God.
scam artist angel
Oh
job.
my gosh, this is so bad.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Fuck old people.
So, okay.
Except for the good ones.
Yeah. So one of the storylines was that, okay, there's a 9-fold hierarchy of angels.
Did they give you like a welcome packet? And
I
they're
just
like,
had to do all this like weird research on the internet.
oh, so they truly are like, just make it your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I really ran wild with it.
No way.
So one of my storylines was that because there's this 9-fold hierarchy of angels, and the highest being the seraphim angels,
Okay.
who protect God's throne, and then right below them is the cherubims, the
Okay.
cherubs, little baby angels.
Yeah.
So there was this sort of like amulet sort of thing that had like a baby angel praying on it, and there was like a star in the corner of it.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, we'll name that angel Giovanni.
Okay.
And so
The owner of an Italian deli.
why not?
Yes.
And so Giovanni, it was called I think I called it the ascending star of Giovanni amulet.
Women in Long Island were buying this in bulk.
Nobody was buying it.
Your sales were bad?
I got fired because my sales were so bad.
Wow.
Which gives me solace and makes me feel good.
Sure.
But here was the storyline. It was that Giovanni was the oldest of the cherubim angels. And he's been a cherub for so long that he always wanted to ascend to seraphim status.
Right.
So he basically wanted a promotion.
Right.
So I gave the angels these very human qualities. So I said it was important that these people purchase this Giovanni amulet and pray with it in order to help Giovanni ascend to seraphim status.
Did you ever write your friends into this? Like, was I ever written in as like a
No, I didn't
like
give
a
any-
whore angel?
Whore angel Andrea Allan.
Has had 2 abortions, and you're gonna need to buy a lot of precious gold.
To keep her from having more.
Yes, her life is on the line.
But yeah, the people needed to pray for Giovanni's promotion
I mean,
in exchange to get wealth and love and joy
right.
and having
The love part of it is so sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's
tragic,
awful.
yeah.
It's super tragic.
I feel like conservatively, 25% of population in the United States is like involved in something like this on Facebook. I think it's way worse than we think it is.
I don't know. I feel like, there's people are lonely, man.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are lonely, and you get a nice little email blast about the angels. Here's a more particularly ridiculous one I did.
Uh-huh.
So one of the trinkets that I had to sell was a little emerald colored horseshoe
Okay.
with little white
Sure.
gold little things in it or something. And I was like, how do I connect horseshoes to the angels?
Sure.
So I was like, oh, there's different breeds of horses.
The horses have wings.
I-
Yes or
that's-
yes or yes.
Yes or yes. No, I didn't even think about the horses having wings. That's a
I
good
would
idea.
crush this job.
You would.
Yeah.
You could really get weird with it.
Yeah.
Like I obviously did. But I was like, oh, what if the ninefold hierarchy of angels each have a particular horse breed
Oh.
that they love the most?
Okay.
So I had each angel hierarchy associated with a particular type of horse. So the cherubims,
You're bringing in horses?
because it was a horseshoe. It was a horseshoe. So like, either the seraphim or the cherubim, their favorite horse was the Arabian.
Ooh, the silky ones.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. Oh, and P.S. The lowest in the hierarchy of
Yeah.
angels are the guardian angels, because they have to look over the humans.
Yeah, they're closest to the scum
They're
that
close
we
to the
are.
scum that we are.
It's like in in the Matrix when Agent Smith and Morpheus, they're like torturing Morpheus to try to get the code to Zion. Wow, I'm such a fucking nerd. And Smith goes on this like rant where he's like, I hate the smell of you.
Yeah. It's the smell.
Yeah, I gotta get out, you pig fucks.
Yeah. You have to help me get out. I
Yeah,
have to get out of here.
Yes, that's the guardian angels.
The
They're
guardian
Smith,
angel.
yeah.
Guardian angels resent
Yes.
the humans.
I would resent us.
I mean, we're very easily resentable.
Yeah, we're not the best characters.
But look,
But for $14.99,
4 easy payments.
It's 4 easy
It's so
payments.
easy. You can get joy, happiness, love, wealth.
you don't need to pay for your kid.
Mm-mm,
You need this fucking horseshoe garbage.
Isn't that crazy?
Made in China, certainly, right?
Oh, no, made in the USA, all of it.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no,
Oh yeah, yeah.
no.
Made in the U.S. top quality. And
This was a French company that had a version of it in France and a
Uh-huh.
version of it here.
okay.
And I have no idea. It must have been some sort of, I don't know,
The
money laundering, some sort of
scamminess,
front.
100%.
Because I have no idea how they were making any money off of these things. Like the margins were quite small.
Yeah, and they're paying comedians to write like schizophrenic stories
It was
for old
insane.
people. Yeah,
And I got fired. I got let go.
that's so funny.
And then the company went out of business. Oh, but one thing I forgot to
Oh.
mention is I wasn't writing under my own name. I was ghostwriting
very nice.
as Diana,
Oh, I forgot this detail.
a spiritual advisor, an angel medium.
I mean, if that's not again a woman from Long Island, then I don't fucking know what. Diana's the perfect name
it's
for that.
perfect.
It's Diana to Diana. It's B2B.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Diana, right to Diana.
Direct Diana
Yeah.
pipeline.
I like it.
That was certainly a human trafficking business that you were writing little stories for. There's
Yikes.
no way.
But now, I'm not going to get into this job, but just to balance the karmic scales,
Sure.
I now have a job where the title is Elder Companion, which sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
But I work for an agency where I work with a nice old lady who has dementia, and I spend time with her and help her out with stuff. So clearly, I'm
Right.
balancing the
You're
karmic
paying your
scale. I'm paying my
penance.
penance.
You're going from the guardian angel back up to the cherubian or whatever.
The seraphim.
You're climbing back.
Yeah, I'm I'm an angel who protects God's throne with a lady who has memory impairment issues. This life is so crazy. Just trying to be a comedian. I'm just trying to be a comedian.
I know. Well, this is the thing too. I mean, this obviously is a podcast about mental health, and let me say, when you have bipolar disorder, like specifically bipolar 1, where your manic episodes can like take you out for a year. What job market are you? What's this gap in your resume? Oh, I don't know. I was in prison in Ireland pretending I was the Messiah. Like, you got to kind of work on the fringes sometimes.
Well, it does. Yeah, it does.
And
It
for
certainly
comedy,
doesn't
too.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help. It doesn't help your employment history. Absolutely.
No.
Yeah, that. plus a comedian's lifestyle.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, you know,
No, we're living like jesters on the fringes of
outside
society.
of society.
Yeah. I was an OnlyFans angel during the pandemic. It was a different time.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Andrew did OnlyFans quite poorly.
Quite poorly.
Which is so funny.
I know.
To be showing whole for so little.
I know, and I went to like a very expensive college. It's so pathetic. In terms of where I come from, I am an abject failure, and I'm okay with that. But it is funny to like come from the upper echelons of wealth and be set up in every way possible, and then be selling whole for like $7.
But let's say
Late stage capitalism is very brutal.
that's
okay,
so funny. But let's say you, let's say you embraced the upper echelon. What you potentially,
I could have been a monster.
yeah, you potentially would have had to gone a pretty monstrous route in order to maintain that level, that echelon.
Yeah, I was making 6 figs when I was 25. I used to be like an upstanding, alcoholic, miserable, sad woman.
That could have been you.
It could have been me. I could have been a woman who had like a husband who was mean to her and a job that I hated and an eating disorder and, you know.
You could have had it all.
I could have had it all. I could have been thin and sad. The white woman's dream. Our destiny, our prophecy. I could have had crippling depression.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I went to a really good college.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I got a great education. I feel very grateful
And same.
that my parents provided a great education for me and
Yeah.
those resources and being able to do that. When I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to be a lawyer.
Oh, really? That was your, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be a good
And
lawyer.
I would, but I mean, I guess there's ways to be a good person lawyer.
It's hard, though.
It
Yeah.
is hard because especially I have friends that became lawyers. They would go to law school, then they're in so much debt
Yeah.
that if they wanted to become like a civil rights attorney, they're never going to be able to like buy a house and raise a
No.
family.
No,
or
they'd be
anything
on
like that.
OnlyFans with me.
They'd be on OnlyFans
Showing
showing
pictures of their toes.
picture of their toes.
Showing the webs of their
Yeah.
feet.
Oh my
To
god.
some pervert
Yeah.
in Germany or whatever.
Yeah. Do you want to see this 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 lawyer's nasty little toes?
Oh my God. Shout out to feet pics, though. That'll put you over the top sometimes. Throw
Yeah.
those on.
So
you
a
know?
lot of my friends, they would become
Corporate lawyers.
corporate lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the money is. I get it.
That's where
And
we're
then
at,
raise
folks.
a family, you know?
Some of us scam old people. Some of us show whole. Some of us defend ExxonMobil. What are we going to do?
Yeah. But I like to say scam adjacent to make me feel better about myself. I was scamming these old people for not much money.
What? Also, like, again, boomers are fine.
Yeah,
or
it's
they're
just-
in mental hospitals and, you know.
They're getting their Social Security checks. I'm scamming them out of them just a little bit. It's fine.
It's the like the scales of the angels.
Yeah, they
Checks
get and
and
they feel good
balances.
about it. They get a little item. It makes them feel good. They get a little dopamine charge from that.
Sure. Yeah.
It's fine.
I got a little dopamine charge from, I mean, when I opened the OnlyFans shop, I got an influx of people because you find out when you're a woman exactly how many of your male friends have just been waiting in the wings to be able to see you naked,
Oh.
which is fine. And I understand. But there's a big influx, or not even just like your male, just like people on the internet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They've been chomping at the bit. So you get a big influx in the beginning, but then you have to like maintain it and like go on Reddit and like talk to weird people and pretend you're their girlfriend. Like it's like I'm like creating a online persona in the way that I would for my comedy career. Like, why am I now trying to transition into being like a full-time porn star? I just wanted like free money, essentially. Like that was
Yeah.
my dream. And I think for a while, like during the old stimulus check time,
Oh yeah.
people were stimulating the OnlyFans economy pretty handedly.
Yeah.
And so it was a nice time. And then
That dried up.
it dried up real quick.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I don't feel my parents there are a few things that they did really right, I believe, as parents. One, they were like, there's no God and you're never going to hell and don't even worry about it. And I was
That's
like,
huge.
hell yeah.
That's
Like,
huge. That
as
fear of hell that people deal
I
with
know.
it's like psychological abuse.
As I have met Irish Catholics, I've been
Yeah.
like, shout out to you, mom and dad, because
Wow.
that fucks people up.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's absolutely psychological child
Oh,
abuse.
it absolutely
To instill in somebody, and put a pin in the idea of God, right? But just the idea of if you don't live your life in a certain way, you're gonna burn in hell forever.
Forever.
And that really gets its grips into somebody young.
Yeah.
And it fucks them up throughout their whole life.
Even though they're like lucid adults who have like worked through the brainwashing, I feel like it's still a little bit there.
It's a little bit. It's just it's buried in deep.
Yeah. And my parents were like, this is all fake. Do whatever you want. And I was like, you guys are godless. I love you.
That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, they were like, be a good they were morally sound people. And they're like, you got to follow codes of morality. But they like religious people were like goofy to them. And I was like, that's awesome.
So you never had to deal with that?
Never.
So this is interesting. I didn't get that instilled in me growing up from my parents or from religion. But when I was in high school, instead of taking like wood shop like a normal kid, I took like Latin as an elective, which was offered.
Yeah.
Because like my father studied Latin and Greek when he was growing up, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'll do that too.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Debbie.
the teacher there was this like proselytizing Catholic teacher who somehow was in a public school.
They always find their way everywhere.
He like snuck in and thought he was doing like, the Lord's work.
They're psychotic individuals.
Scaring the hell out of these kids. So he used Plato's allegory of the cave as like a trick.
Oh, what a fucking move.
To get us to believe that if we didn't live our life in a certain way, we're going to burn in hell forever. Because he was like, he would use silly semantics. Like he would say, well, if you say there's no such thing as objective truth, you're presenting an objective truth, therefore you're contradicting yourself.
Oh, shut the fuck. This virgin loser. Shut the fuck up.
Actually, no, he homeschooled all of his kids and had a whole bunch of them.
Oh, my God.
All homeschooled. This
And-
guy, Dr. Bond was his name.
Oh, this sounds like one of your stories.
This is real.
Dr. Bond's children.
Dr. Bond's homeschooled children.
Yeah, they're, I'm sure, well adjusted.
Yeah. So he was like, the allegory of the cave is about like people thinking they know like the truth about the world, but they're really looking at these shadows that are fake, and the truth
It's a
is
good
like behind
allegory
them.
of the cave
Oh,
does
it's
slap.
amazing. It's definitely allegory of the cave slaps.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, as the young guy on the podcast, it's fucking
Allegory of the
sick.
cave fucks.
Fucking fucks. I'm 40.
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
So he used that to be like, and Catholicism, presents and claims that that it believes in objective truth and it is the one true religion.
Yeah.
So, and it says if you don't live according to its tenets, then you're going to burn in hell. So, what are you going to do with that, child?
Anyways, class dismissed.
Yeah, class dismissed.
Go ahead and go out into
So
the
he
world
made
with
us
that.
feel like we were special for not
Yeah.
believing in relativism
Oh,
and
this is
believing in
grooming.
objectivity. Yeah, and it totally fucked me up.
Of
like I
course.
believed it. I would have arguments with my parents about it and shit like that.
Your parents are like, we gotta get
This
this
is
guy out
fucked
of
up.
here.
And then I think that combined with me having that worldview instilled in me, combined with me then dropping acid and having a bad trip at the Fish concert,
Sure.
created these two things. Were like at like loggerheads with each other.
Bullet chamber.
Yeah, bullet chamber.
Yeah.
They were like at odds with each other.
Yeah.
Like that belief system, that heaven hell based duality compared
Mm-hmm.
to maybe like an opening of the third eye from LSD.
God, we love a binary in this bitch.
Oh, we love a binary in
it.
this bitch.
Yeah.
It really created all of this tension. And I felt like after that acid trip, I believed that I lost my soul.
That's so scary.
I was scared. I felt like I was low. And I was like this reduced person who'd lost my soul and was just.
You were a guardian angel.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I needed a guardian
Yeah.
angel. I felt like I lost my soul and I just felt kind of off and like broken and hollow
That's
for
so scary.
years, right? And-
Years?
Yes, yes, and this is
Because of Mr. Bond
Dr.
and
Bond
his social maladjustment.
and the acid,
Palif-
all of it together.
Pedophile. I'm gonna call Mr. Bond a pedophile. I feel it in my bones. Don't come for me legally, although do. I got my eye on you.
Yikes! So that was junior year of high school, right?
Yeah.
And then interestingly, and we talked about this in the last episode, the first episode of Episodic, was that I had that manic episode in the center of campus in college. That was my sophomore year of college, so I was 19. It was 2 years later. And when I felt that rush of contents from my unconscious mind flooding into my conscious mind, I was perceiving the oneness of life, and I spun out and was manic for a couple months. When I got through that, I no longer felt that sense of loss anymore.
Whoa.
So that went away.
So maybe we're right.
Let's not go that far.
Let's get off our meds.
Let's get off our meds.
And defy God.
And defy God. But it's interesting that for whatever reason, whatever was going on psychologically there and emotionally there, because I was crying and bawling my eyes out when this moment happened.
Sure.
When this kind of weird thing happened in college. But I did regain that sense of self.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I said, my psychologist said something to me early on in my diagnosis. We talked a lot about like self-esteem and mania playing against each other. So like I have clawed myself from the bowels of low self-worth, which is like, woman stuff, being a person in the world stuff, narcissistic father stuff. There's lots of different ways that one can arrive at low self-worth. I think a lot of people struggle with. That's why they're buying like angel shit, because they like think nothing of themselves and they can't connect to other people. It's a nightmare. Start getting hobbies. Do a coloring book. Go for a walk. Invest in yourself. Like it's a very worthwhile endeavor. It starts here.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's
I
true.
think it's cool that you've been able to cultivate your sense of self-worth.
It's work though. You got to do gratitude. You got to do all the stuff. It's like a building from a shaky foundation. You got to start from the bottom. But when I was younger, I was struggling with low self-esteem. My household was very like, from my father's end, conditional love. So it was like, do well in school, you get, you're a good child and you're praised and whatever. But if you're not performing, you're a piece of shit. You're nothing. And I remember having like a night where I was like, I'm gonna get good grades. I'm gonna do all this stuff. And I feel like I had some sort of episode. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know the science again. Like you were like, it usually materializes in your early 20s. So maybe this is just like me misremembering or whatever. But I do like the grandiosity of mania or hypomania is more, it does feel good in a world where you feel like shit about yourself all the time. Feeling this like grandiosity and energy and like excitement and drive, it feels nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's euphoric.
Yeah. And so
it definitely has that aspect to it for sure.
it's a Band-Aid.
People get addicted to it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And addicted to, I was addicted to work and to like staying up all night and then getting a bunch of work done. And like people were like, you're such a hard worker. You're so good. You're so type A, and so the disease, or if that's what you want to call it, whatever, however you want to categorize it, was helping me, not in a healthy way, but it was like, there's this weird thing, and I've heard a lot of people share this sentiment where you like, there's one day you feel like a piece of shit, and then at the next day you're like, I'm the best, I'm the most fucking amazing. And it feels good to take a break from fucking hating yourself.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, hypomania, also known as mania light, is, or you can call it mania light. It can be advantageous.
Sure.
It can. I mean, before it kind of crosses a threshold where it's really affecting your life negatively.
Sleep.
It's the sleep. Yeah, it can. You can feel like you're your alpha version of yourself. Like you're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
You're very charismatic. Your intuition shoots up. You're very attractive to other people.
You're fucking and sucking all over New York City.
You are. You really are. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, and I would say it's a different type of woman who's attracted to me when I'm manic or hypomanic. But
Sure.
like, yeah, you're more seductive.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
And how
it's-
humiliating to be like, I'm chemically seductive.
Yeah.
But
oh, God.
it's humiliating.
Yeah.
Hypomania is so cringe on a certain level. Like once you build up genuine self-worth and you kind of like get yourself more grounded, the hit of confidence that hypomania gives you is of less value to me now. Like it is helpful, I feel good, but also like as I age, it's like the fallout from the not sleeping and the like intense high energy living, like my body is not bouncing back from that in the same way. So I'm not even like psyched. I mean, sometimes I won't realize that I'm hypomanic. Now I have people in my life who kind of like smell it more. I'll be like, I want to get a tattoo. And my friend will be like, it's time to take a nap.
Yeah.
It's time to really.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the crash after it is miserable.
It's miserable.
You know? And it's like, it's not hypomania, which can cross the threshold into full blown mania, which unfortunately I've experienced many times. It's really not worth it.
No.
You know?
No,
and,
it's not.
And you can be stable and be productive. You really can.
Yeah. I do feel like similarly, we talked about meds last time a little bit, and there's like this feeling about meds that they can fade you into like a less vibrant version of yourself. And like you mentioned on the episode, like, yes, there are meds that it takes a while to get the correct cocktail of medication, could take years, you know, and there are side effects. There isn't like a magic pill for everything, you know, it's meds, it's lifestyle, it takes fine tuning. And some people have more severe struggles. I'm not just like, oh, meds are everything, but they have to be part of, especially with bipolar disorder, like they have to be in the mix.
I think so. I mean, I think so, especially for bipolar 1 disorder. Certainly, it seems like it's the case. It really does, right?
Yeah, I would never advise people not to take meds for bipolar disorder.
I agree. I also think that for some folks, it can be the sort of thing where if you don't have your ducks in a row and you're really struggling, you may have to be on more medication initially. Sure. And then when you have other mental wellness things in place, it's possible. Routine, community, you know, therapy, everything. Yeah. It's possible to reduce the amount of medication that you're on. I think
like
that's
the Ozempic of when you're trying to go on a weight loss journey. Get on the O's at first.
But I mean for something like bipolar disorder, it really does seem like medication has to be part of the picture.
I agree. But like
because outside of that, so many people that have it that are not medicated are self-medicating with substances.
That's what I'm saying.
With alcohol, with drugs. Yeah. It's crazy. We talked about that a little bit in the last episode about how you would in the past, you would use alcohol to sleep. Yeah. So you were obviously completely self-medicating. Yeah. At least 60% of people with bipolar disorder have substance abuse issues.
A comorbidity. I love that word.
Comorbidity. It's like 60 to 70%. Something that's crazy. That's considerably higher than the general population. Yeah. It's funny. I feel lucky in the respect that I'm sober, but I don't have the substance abuse issues.
Yeah, remember when you dissed me? Let's talk about this.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
J-Pod's little burn on me.
Oh, that was so fucked up.
It was funny though.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
So I was okay, listener. So I was manic during the pandemic, and and I was at a bar. I was at Cobra Club.
Shout out
Cobra Club, where I run my weekly comedy show every Friday for the past 12 years, 9 p.m. You should roll through if you're in New York, Cobra Club in Bushwick, whatever.
One of my favorite bars in New York City.
It's a great spot.
Yeah.
So I was manic during the pandemic, November of 2020. Andrea is on my like rescue team trying to save me.
I'm your guardian angel. I'm your Agent Smith.
You're my lowest rung of the angels.
Yes.
You're my agent. Yeah, you're my guardian angel, Agent Smith. So Andrea shows up and she sees me drinking and she's like, "Oh, you're drinking a beer, huh?" Uh-huh. And then I go, "Yeah, Andrea, I don't have that issue. I don't have that gene like you do where I can't drink." Oh, God.
I'm not a fucking pussy like
Yeah.
you.
I'm not a damaged piece of shit that is not strong enough to drink alcohol, Andrea, like you.
It was so funny to me. I was not hurt by it at all because you can't like take anything. If you're trying to de-escalate a friend's manic episode, it's very important to not take them personally. Will you have moments where you're like, you motherfucker? Of course. But I was like, well, the John I know and love would never say something like that. So
It's horrifying. I would never.
Clearly, we're in the threat level midnight. We're in the zone. There's documents present. There's sassy commentary. There's evasion of questions. But yeah, the comorbidity is high. I think again, alcohol abuse, and this is kind of interesting. I have like toyed with I've been sober for, oh my God, over 10 years now.
That's awesome.
Great decision. Would recommend to anyone, even people just in general, like we're talking about right now, like the mental health crisis and like the boiling of terror that is this world. I think I would even suggest people who don't have drinking problems necessarily would keep an eye on the drinking because it does brain damage long term. The amount that you should healthily be taking in is a lot lower than people are being led to believe. And like we said, this is a difficult, very intense time. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of like management of your own personal health that should be done, and like you got to keep your eye on fucking alcohol. It's very damaging to your mind and body, and I'm not a fan of alcohol. I think
I tend to agree with you fully on that. I really do. I mean, I probably, even according to my psychiatrist, could get away with having a drink here or there.
Yeah.
But I just don't fuck with it. I'm like, what's the point? Why?
Right. And like
it alters mood. It alters mood for everybody.
Yes.
You know?
A lot of people who have anxiety will abuse alcohol, I feel, because it works like an anti-anxiety medication. I'm like, I get it. You feel good. Go get on a fucking medication or go meditate or go to a therapist or whatever. Like shortcuts are, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
It's true. But you know what is interesting? If I didn't have my creative outlet of doing comedy, as much as a pain in the ass it is to be a comedian,
sure.
I still love it so much. I still have so much fun performing that. But if I didn't have that thing, I think for me it would be a lot harder to be sober.
For sure. I mean, it's hard to be sober in general in this world.
Well, for you.
I'm just kidding. Because I have that.
Because you have that broken gene. Because you're broken. In that way that I'm not.
Right.
It is funny though. I do. Whenever people bring up, "Oh, you're sober," I do always go, and this is my own bullshit. I do go like, "Yeah, I don't have substance abuse issues."
And I'm sure people are like, "Okay, sure." I'm not fucked up like those fucking losers.
It's just not good for my brain.
I'm like better than you. That's why. Like I'm
better than those.
I'm like vegan and sober. Like the way that I take care of my body is just like better. I'm not like on parole because I couldn't fucking hack it with the general population.
I don't want to steal vegan valor. I'm pescatarian.
Oh wow, look, so you piece of shit.
I've backslid.
It's hard, but when it comes, there's like recently when it comes to alcoholism, there's this new, I guess, category that they've come up with, and they call it alcohol use disorder. And I don't want to misquote, but from what I understand, it's like alcoholism, there's people who have like a physical genetic, the minute alcohol touches their lips, they're like, I will do this till I die. This is like a physical addiction. We've met people with this where it's like, I just can never touch alcohol for the rest of my life. But there's people sometimes who are going through very difficult, exceptionally difficult times who use alcohol. So it's like alcohol use disorder. So they're using alcohol as a way to cope. So would that person say they be in a better situation in their life, not be abusing that substance? Who knows? Sometimes I wonder if I was more in that camp, and then every time I've been like, maybe a glass of wine, it's been like maybe 6, and I've been like,
So you can't just have that one drink.
No, but I do think there are potentially people in this world who have very bad relationships with alcohol because their life is out of control, and maybe they can have a more moderate. But honestly, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
get addicted to exercise.
yeah, do that. Get addicted to exercise. Get
Yeah.
on the whole non-alcoholic drink train.
Yeah, get a grapefruit Brooklyn Brewery
Yummy.
non-al.
We love it.
Yeah.
So the only thing I miss about drinking is smoky single malt scotch.
Ooh,
Because I love
classy
those.
bitch.
I got into those. It was interesting. I was at like a friend of mine who owned this dive bar had all these smoky single malt scotches at the dive
That
bar.
sounds like heaven to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Like I'd throw it all away for that dive bar and that
Yeah.
smoky single malt.
yeah, it was a venue cake shop, R.I.P.
Oh, legendary.
And my buddy Nick was the owner, was bartending, and he let me sample all of these scotches.
Oh my God, heavenly.
It was so cool. So I'm learning about like high-end scotch
Yeah.
at like a Lower East Side dive bar.
So
it was
funny.
so fun.
It's like the bathroom has like shit smeared on the walls.
Let's not. No, it didn't. It had cool graffiti.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
But it was really fun. And then I got into scotches, and I was like, okay. Oh, I'm like, okay, I'm never going to be able to drink a smoky single malt scotch again. But then this random guy in DC was telling me that in Scotland, there's this one smoky one that's really good called Lagavulin that they're not exporting it yet, so you can't get it in the States. But they've made a non-alcoholic Lagavulin. So it's like a smoky single malt, but they somehow extracted the alcohol out of it. So I can one day, because they already have Guinness Zero here, which tastes delicious.
Love.
So I can sit there, you're telling me, with an NA Lagavulin and a Guinness Zero.
You Irish motherfucker.
Life's all right, baby.
Life's all right.
It's an amazing time to be alive.
There's a lot of good stuff. I mean, I'll say with addiction, like, I think a reason why my diagnosis was so prolonged is that I got sober at 25. So I think coupled with not having like psychotic manic episodes that are like noticeable, you know, like I never lost a job or was, you know, unhoused. Like there was never like a clear, oh, this is like something is very wrong. You know, I carried a job, I carried relationships. We'll talk about relationships probably in another episode. Tricky. Sorry. Or fuck you. But depends on how you look at it. But not consuming alcohol, I think, helped my well-being a lot. But there was still another piece that I wasn't really seeing. And had I continued to use alcohol, I think my depression would have gotten even more debilitating. And maybe it would have been noticed at that point. I'm not really sure. But I do think that kept me under the radar a little bit longer.
Your sobriety?
Yeah, I do. I think it
interesting.
kept me healthier to the point where I was still able to function well. I was like a high functioning person.
Yeah.
In public facing. Behind closed doors, I was really struggling, but
That's something Alcohol Anonymous doesn't want you to know.
right. It'll keep you crazy. I mean, I think I just was not lucky enough to be diagnosed, but I do think that.
Yeah. And also, because you live in between a bipolar 2 diagnosis and a cyclothymia diagnosis, so it doesn't present as extreme.
Yeah.
So it can be harder to get diagnosed.
And I think
take longer.
A lot of the time women are like embarrassed to be viewed as crazy. So I think we do a real good job of trying to like tamp that shit down.
Sure.
And don't share that part of yourself with a lot of people. You don't want to get lobotomized like my great grandma.
Yeah. That was a rough time. I mean, that was crazy. The turn of the 20th century. I don't even want to talk. I don't want to. They used to do crazy shit to people with mental health issues.
I know. And
Like
not
all
just
this
women,
weird
everyone.
eugenic
Oh
shit.
my God, I
Oh.
know.
It's whatever. That's in for another episode.
Yeah, but so once you take one addiction out of the mix, though, you know, the old whack-a-mole, you start going to other addictions if you're not dealing with because I got sober at 25 and I was not in therapy for a little bit. So I think I was moving over to like sex addiction, which risky behavior, risky sexual behavior. Boy, is that a cornerstone of bipolar people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's so dicey.
Oh man, have we both had sex in public places
Yeah.
many times?
That was crazy. That's so dicey. I just started rubbing my
Yeah,
hands
you're like,
together. That's so creepy and
I
weird.
know it's
Oh
fun
God,
though.
I apologize.
Yeah, you be pig in my studio.
I know. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Risky sexual behavior.
Yeah.
It's confusing because also when your sex is fun and I'm not a kink shaman. I ain't shaming no one. Do your thing, but I went to a sex and love addiction meeting once or twice when I was kind of like, oh fuck. And the people in there were just like lonely. Again, to the low self-worth, it's like they were not having sex out of like a healthy place.
Yeah.
It was just like people who were like, I feel nothing. And I'm like, oh. It was
That sucks.
it was fucking sad.
Yeah.
And so, I think there's this idea that you're like having sex and connecting to people and living a fun and crazy life. But once the shades are closed, you're like, well, I'm now I need more and I feel so sad and this isn't working. Like it stops working after a while.
Yeah.
And then you find something else that works.
Yeah.
So
And you feel pretty empty and ultimately isolated.
yeah.
So can we talk a little bit about your process of cultivating your self-worth?
Sure, yeah. Let's see. I think there's a few things. 12-step programs are great. I put caveats on them because sometimes you go into a meeting and it's just not the vibe, Like I go to adult children of alcoholics, and my parents didn't have alcoholism, but it's just a sort of overarching term for like a dysfunctional family system, which is so many people. And this is not even like a finger wagging at parents with dysfunction. Like I just don't think a lot of parents had the tools or like they were doing their best or so it's not like a betrayal of your family of origin to be like, hey, maybe some bad habits or views or in some cases abuse, like very
Absolutely.
serious abuse.
There's generational traumas.
Yeah.
People are a product of the environment they came
Yeah.
from. We're imperfect, broken things.
It takes a lot of soul searching to be like, well, it's time to try to fix some of this cycle. But so I started going to 12-step meetings and like there's just certain inventories you take of yourself. It's very methodical where you like look at your life's experiences and your family's experiences. There's lists. Well, they'll be like, I'm scared of this, or I do this thing when I'm blah, blah, and you're like, check. You do a quiz to sort of see if you qualify or like a, I guess, diagnostic. And you're like, oh, wow, 100% across the board. Great. A+. And again, 12-step has religion stuff in it. If you don't fuck with that, like Plato's cave type thing, People have religious trauma. I get it. I'm not like prescriptive 12-step, but I think if you can't afford therapy, I think it's a really good springboard for being like, I'm investing in myself. I'm trying to relate to people in a more healthy way. So there's a lot of tools in that area. So take what you want and leave the rest.
So you found it helpful?
So helpful. Life-changing. Like changed my whole way of being, the way I related to other people. Yeah, you'll go in there. Let me tell you, you're going to go in there and you're going to be like, these fucking weird religious freaks. And by the end, you're going to be crying and making friends and filling out your workbook. There's a lot of people that were not emotionally educated on how to be an adult in this world. They say adult children. And like you have a lot of, you're stunted. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
But it's a nice framework to be like, this is how I behave as a healthy, emotionally regulated adult. This is how I build myself up. I parent myself. A lot of people did not have healthy parents. And so you kind of have to be like, I will, myself and my chosen family, I'll try to build a world where I'm like emotionally safe. So that's a huge thing for me. Therapy, again, sometimes it takes time to find a good therapist. I encourage like making sure you feel comfortable with that therapist and that they're a good fit, because if they're not, it's not going to be productive. And don't go to therapy if you don't believe or you're not ready for it. If someone keeps telling you to go to therapy and you go, but you don't really believe, like, I hate to say it, but it's kind of like other things. Like, there needs to be a bottom where you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
I feel
just-
very lucky to have had some great therapists
Yeah.
along the way, for sure.
Shout out to the therapist.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, it's okay. And then I think like building hobbies and like things that make you happy, that bring you joy, are like so much more important, because if you don't have something that you like in life that's like to look forward to, or like, again, we've talked about community, like I'll go to a book club, or like, hike, even like go for a walk, like trying to, and also like gratitude and these types of things where you're just incrementally building up a life with joy, that is how one builds their self-worth,
Yeah.
It can never come from career success. I mean, I think there's like if you have a creative career and you create something you're really proud of, and it touches people, like that's great. That's a beautiful thing. But if you hate yourself underneath that, it's never going to be we know so many people who are like the most miserable human beings alive, and they are on television, financially killing it, from the outside world. Like, wow, people wish they had their lives, and they're black holes.
Yeah, they've really climbed this ladder, but when they got to the top of it, they didn't do the sort of self-work to really feel okay about themselves. So they're just miserable. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Two things I wanted to say just about gratitude for people that don't know about that. Basically, a gratitude practice can involve even writing out things that you're appreciative of in your life, keeping a gratitude journal, saying them in the morning, and things like that. It can really actually has almost like, it can have like a physiological effect on you.
It absolutely works, as corny as it seems. And it's like you can say things you like about yourself as well as gratitude. Like, and it doesn't even have to, like, it could be so small. Like, I like that I, make time for my friends, or I like, like trying to just constantly reinforce that there's positive characteristics of you. It'll feel good and you'll keep doing it. It's like a muscle, gratitude, self-love,
And something that's been helpful for me with self-worth and feeling better about myself is acts of service.
Yeah, huge.
It can be great.
Huge.
I do some volunteer work with this organization called NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NYC. It's the largest grassroots mental health advocacy organization in the country. They have chapters all over.
Yeah.
So I volunteer with the New York City one, and I'm an In Our Own Voice presenter. So I go to psych wards or outpatient programs and give a presentation about my story of mental health recovery to patients or mental health professionals, mental health care professionals. And it's so rewarding for me.
Yeah.
It feels great. It helps me sort of figure out how to self-forgive myself for certain things I'm very regretful for, of actions I've done when I've been manic, or just things that I've done in my life. Yeah. You're scamming.
Like scamming old people and being mean to Andrea about her substance abuse issues.
Yeah. If I'm going to a hospital where I've been hospitalized, I went to Lenox Hill Hospital and gave a presentation years before I was institutionalized there.
Yeah.
So it was very full circle
that's cool.
to go back and give a presentation. I felt totally comfortable doing it, and we had a really great discussion. I know it was helpful.
Yeah.
So I think if you can, acts of service, volunteer work, anything like that,
Huge.
it really does make you feel good about yourself. So it's you don't have to look at it as being like, oh, it's not even a selfless endeavor, because it makes you feel good.
Yeah, no, it does. And
it's a worthwhile thing, but that's okay. The fact that it makes you feel good and it's not a selfless endeavor shouldn't be like, oh, well, it's bullshit.
Right. There's so also just like there is just a chronic self-obsession in our culture, generally speaking. I think even people who are not struggling with mental illness, it's like, God, you need to go see people who are actually struggling to gain some perspective on how fucking lucky you are.
Yeah, that's you're absolutely right.
We are struggling as a society. There is no time like the present to
Get
be
some
charitable.
perspective.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I had a friend that was like always fucking, you know, those friends that just like constantly complain and they have like a perfectly nice life and you're like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah.
This is such a bad look.
Yeah.
You're such an ungrateful cunt and I have to like listen to you all the time.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And this person was just like mad that they couldn't get a girlfriend, mad that they're blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, because women don't want to listen to you fucking yap all the time.
Yeah.
Men be yapping.
Yeah.
And I was like, one day I was just like, volunteer, dude. I'm like, I don't know what else. I have talked to you endlessly.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not, all you do is go to therapy to complain. Like, I do think there's like these self-centered people who they like do the rounds pretending that they're working on themselves. But I'm like, you're just indulging yourself. Like, actually step outside of yourself for
Yeah.
1 fucking second.
Yeah.
And if you think that's you, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, some of that resonates with me. I have entitlement issues for sure.
No.
I've gotten way better at it.
You have.
I
Gold
have.
star.
I used to be much more monstrous about it. And but
It's good to know that. A lot of men don't even know that about, or people, but it's
Yeah.
a more male
Yeah.
trait,
Yeah.
respectfully, boys.
but
Don't
I
even
have gotten
know, yeah.
I think I've gotten more perspective on it. But still I do have to keep it in check and have to be aware of it for sure.
Yeah. I think
You
it makes you healthier, you
Yeah.
know. I view these things, you know, and like 12-step talks about addiction like a disease. I think framing addiction like a disease is a helpful thing because it like puts it as a thing outside of you. Like, it's not that you're broken, it's that you're struggling with like a disease. And like, to view like nurturing your soul as a way to help with that suffering is very nice. It's a beautiful sentiment.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to be religious. You know, you don't have to. Some people really get into 12-step in a way that's like borderline. Now they're
Culty.
addicted to being the best at 12-step.
Yeah.
You know, the people.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. This step is actually, shut the fuck up.
Ah.
But I think you can go in, take what you want. You'll also just meet people who have the same problems as you, and not necessarily that they have the exact same situational issues, but they'll have the same emotional underpinnings to their problems. And so then you'll be like, oh, my problems are not so unique and difficult. And like, you get stuck in
Yeah.
this, like, it's so hard and I'm so special and no one can understand how I can't get out of this. And then you'll meet someone and you'll be like, oh, that's like exactly me.
Yeah.
So maybe this isn't so fucked up in an insurmountable way.
Yeah, absolutely. I just I was in Harlem on Saturday, and there was this mini symposium about bipolar disorder called Break the Silence. And I got invited to be one of the presenting artists. So I did like a excerpt from my solo show.
Nice.
And then there was Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another artist presenter there. It was a playwright named Craig T. Williams, who's a brilliant guy. And it was just nice to be around other folks, you know, with the diagnosis or people that have been affected by it in their family. Like this woman, Dominique, who set it up. Her father has bipolar disorder, and that's affected her life, obviously.
Yeah, big time.
So she wanted to kind of created this event in order to try to push through some stigma and stuff like that. And it made me feel like, yeah, I'm not isolated in this experience. There, you know, and building some community around it is important for sure.
Yeah, and I think like people with romantic partners who have bipolar disorder should have that support also. You know, I told my husband early on in our relationship that I had bipolar disorder, and he had romantic relationships with other people who had it. So, you know, early on I was like, I take my meds. I am on top of it. I'm not saying I'm going to be 100%, you know, I'm not cured, but like I promise you I will try my best in this partnership to manage this. But like there's gonna be a time where I'm so depressed that I can't get out of bed, and you're gonna have to see that and try to not take that personally. And like that can be scary for a partner and upsetting to see the person you love in that state or like struggle like that. And you know, he's a good partner in the way that he kind of like is like, you've got it under control. I'm here to support you, but I'm not here to judge you. Like, but again, that person, it's helpful for that person to have support too.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's like having a chronically ill partner, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I exploded a really loving relationship because of me not being on top of my shit. And I regret that. I really do. I regret that. It's really sad.
Let's kill her. It's her fault. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's okay.
You'll find love in a hopeless place again.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You will. You absolutely will.
Yeah.
To everything, there's a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also, closing thought, by the way, with like sex addiction or sobriety or any of that stuff, they always say, like, don't get into relationships when you're early in recovery. Don't. You know what I mean? You don't have the capacity. You don't know how to relate to people in a healthy way. I did it, and I got involved with a really abusive person. It's just, there's rules for a reason. I know you feel free and euphoric, and you're in this like pink cloud type where you're like, oh, my problems are fixed. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't have that gene.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm not broken in that way,
right,
but
right,
I guess
right.
People like you shouldn't.
Yeah, right. Because we can't have love or alcohol or fun. We just have to be mean on a podcaster. And that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Plug away. Thanks for listening, by the way, guys.
Oh, we're going to do the plugs this time. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, share Episodic, everybody. Spread the word. We're trying to talk about mental health with some comedy and have a good time.
Yep.
And if you want to check out some of my stand-up, I have a special on YouTube. If you type my name, John F. O'Donnell, into YouTube, it's probably one of the first videos that comes up. It's called The Manic Depressive Chocolate Fountain Operator.
Great special.
Yeah, thank you. And follow us on social media, or follow me on social media at JFODLovesYou, JFOD loves you.
Yeah, very nice. And follow me at Andrea Comedy 69 across all platforms. And if you're on Fansly, by the way, and you want to throw me a few bucks, Dogpig 69. You can see every orifice of my body while I was directly trying to monetize my asshole.
Do it.
And yeah, just look, like you guys have been, interacting with the socials. We love that. A friend of mine sent me a little text where she was like learning and growing. So you're welcome.
You're welcome, fuckers.
We're educators. We're entertainers. What do you want from me? Share the clip.
Seriously, there's a reason I have these entitlement issues.
Right.
I'm a freaking mental health advocate comedian.
I mean, is
for
there
essentially free?
Is there
Hello?
a better person in this world? I don't think so.
Hello.
Fuck you. Goodbye.